David Day, Vicksburg Daily News, here with candidate Charles Selmon. Mr. Selmon, why are you running for office?
Well, I think that it's a time that we are time that we need to move forward. I think Vicksburg would be one of the best places in the world to visit. I think Vicksburg have a great opportunity. We have all we need for its tourism. We have train. We have a bus. We have river. We have 2 airports. We have highway. There's no reason for Vicksburg, the destination, to be one of the top places in the world to visit. I want people to say, I want to go to Vicksburg because I want to see what they're doing, because they have came up, they have doing something different than they hadn't been doing in the past.
A recent report discovered we have 343 city employees and over 500 city vehicles, with only 300 or so in operating condition. What is your opinion of that? And if elected, how will you address that?
Well, I think we need to be accountable as elected officials. We need to be accountable to the people. The people should always run government. Government should always be open. That's a lot of vehicles. I don't know what the need for having more vehicles than you have people that are employed. Maybe you can give me an answer.
This is a multi-part question. According to a recent report, the population of Vicksburg is decreasing due to 3 reasons: the schools, a lack of housing, and crime, with crime being the main reason. Schools are improving as of last year. What will you do to improve the housing situation?
Well, first of all, we got to have people to live in housing. We got to have people that not leaving Vicksburg. One of the problems that we're having, our teenagers, they grow up in Vicksburg, they get graduated from a high school, and they leave because they can't find employment, they can't find jobs, they can't find things that will gonna keep them here. Vicksburg got to be a destination of you work here, you live here, and you play here. Those things should be introduced over again about what Vicksburg has to offer. And we need to sell Vicksburg as a unit and saying, we got Vicksburg, we even got casinos just in case you want some recreation activities. We got the military park, we got so many tourist destinations. We got to stop selling for less and ask for more. For the citizens of Vicksburg just gonna have to say, we want more.
And what will you do to reduce crime?
Well, I think the #1 crime detector and as well as prevention is community policing. Community policing should be stronger, should be looked at in a way that everybody should be accountable for a certain area, a certain lot, a certain how the division is done. But at the same time, the police officers need to know the community that they are policing. They need to understand the people they are policing. At one time, we had a strong concern about police officers and the relationship with the citizen. I think we just need to get back to the old way of policing. Just, you know your people. You recommend certain things for your area as a police officer to your superior. Community policing is the answer.
Will you support an across-the-board $15,000 a year increase for non-ranked officers? And if so, how would you pay for that?
Well, first of all, I think the first responders, the fire, the policemen, they need to be paid well. They need to be paid well so that they don't have to worry about trying to get 2 jobs or trying to get side jobs. And we need to come up. That's one of the ways of increasing your city population, because when people feel safe, people are willing to live in that community. Safety is the #1 priority. People have got to feel safe. Crime is a problem that we need to do. If we're discussing crime in the city of Vicksburg, we got an issue. So whatever the situation needs to come for its pay raises, I think we need to pay, and the city of Vicksburg has money to do that. but we just need to make sure that they are number one priorities. First responders, all first responders, whether it's the fire, whether it's the police, whether it's the paramedics, they just need to be paid well. I think they need to get a salary compared to the rest of the state of Mississippi, and we need to be on the top rather than the bottom.
The mayor and aldermen in Vicksburg are among the highest paid in the state. If elected, will you support an immediate 50% reduction in pay for the mayor and aldermen and an elimination of support staff to one administrator for all three?
I don't have a problem in supporting a reduction in pay. That's not a problem. But when we start looking at staff, I think we need to look at who we need, who we don't need. Reduction in staff also have a stronger budget. That's not a problem. I don't think we need to, the first day of office, start talking about who we're going to let go. We need to do this strategically so that we'll not get rid of people that value to the success of Vicksburg and the citizen that we represent.
There is a push among the citizenry to change our form of government to a council city manager form of government. Changing to that form of government will remove the power from politicians to a professional city manager. Will you support a change of that nature, and if elected, will you work to change to that form of government?
If I'm elected, I'm still concerned what the people want. We as elected officials, we should be working for the people. And when you're working for the people, if the people say we want to change the form of government, then I'm not going to be the one that be opposing to that. But I just want to hear from the citizen of Warren County in Vicksburg, not Warren County, but the citizen of Vicksburg. If the citizen want to change the form of government, we want to change the status quo of the mayor and alderman, let's do that. I mean, what the citizen want, let's do it.
The street committee is saying that Ward 2 alderman is not going to be reelected because he's nothing but Mayor Flagg's yes man. If elected, are you planning on being the mayor's new yes man?
That's probably it. I laughed at that because you might be the first person ever maybe accuse Charles Selmon of being a yes man. But a possibility of being a yes man. No, I'm my own individual. But this is the key important here. Of all the candidates that may be running for office, that's only one person can walk in the first day and do the job well. There's only one person in the whole slate of candidates able to understand city government faster, quicker, understand how the money is done, how the money is paid. I'm the candidate that can walk in today and start working because I have the experience, I have the knowledge, and I understand how city government works as well as county government. After being in county government for 24 years, I have a pretty understanding how government works.
What else do the voters need to hear from you?
Well, the voters need to hear that one of the reasons I'm running is I'm concerned about the city of Vicksburg. I'm concerned about how we are starting to accept less than what we deserve, how we are not speaking up about government, how we let things happen. There's an old parable in the Bible, and I want to say this, but you're going to get the understanding once I give you the content. In the book of Ezekiel, God asked the question, can these bones live? And Ezekiel looking through despair and looking through a lot of turmoil and sadness and pain and struggle because the community have went down so far. Today, they just believed that whatever they was getting, what they need to have. But they have gotten away from doing what God wanted them to do. It was a dead place. It was a dead place. When I say dead, everything was dead. And if we're not very careful, what's going to happen? The question is going to be asked: can the city of Vicksburg live? I mean, one of the reasons I'm running for office is to make enhance a better Vicksburg for all the citizens, to help raise up Vicksburg so that we can be counted and we can be seen and we can be heard, because we have a great community. This is a great place for people to live. This is a great place for people to work, and this is a great place for people to play. That's my attitude, and that's one of the reasons why I want to run for office, to make Vicksburg great. And not just because of the few things we have related to tourism. Vicksburg great because the people have chosen to be great.